All right, so we're going to take a look at system of equations in words. All right. So the idea is you just need to write down the two equations and solve it like you usually have been. All right, so Kim wanted to stock up on drinks for an upcoming birthday. She spent $42. She spent $42 total. So whatever that is going to equal $42. Okay, so I just write it as I go. First, she spent $42 on 14 cases of juice. So 14 cases of juice plus 7 cases of soda. So 7 cases of soda. So both of these, whatever she spends, is $42. A few days later, she returned to the store and purchased 12 cases of juice. So 12 cases of juice plus 7 cases of soda. 7 cases of soda. And how much did she spend total? Spending a total of $38. What's the price of each drink? Okay, don't let this confuse you just because the variables are J and S. I mean, if it makes it seem easier for you, I'm just going to write this as X and Y if you like, but it's the same thing. See, X and J and Y, and this is X. This is the exact same thing because it's what it represents. So I'm going to stick with the original letters, okay? So remember, you have to solve it for Y, right? So you have to solve it for this because this is what you're going to put in the calculator. All right, or you could use substitution elimination to get rid of it. This would probably just be easier to use elimination. So if you see how these are the same? If I just change the symbols, they'll go away. So if I multiply, take one of them, multiply everything by negative. So I multiply everything by negative. Now these are going to go away because positive 7 minus 7 goes away. So this goes away, leaves in 14 minus 12, which is 2J, equals 42 minus 38, which is equal to 4. Divide by 2, J is equal to 2. So price of juice is 2, and the price of soda, so juice is 2. All right, going to put that back into the original equation. So juice is 2, so this J is 2. And then you can just do 14 times 2, which is 28 plus 7S is equal to 42. Take 28 to the other side, so it's going to be negative 28. 7S is equal to 4 and 1. Divide by 7. S is equal to 2. So S is also equal to 2. So both of them are equal to 2. Submit. Keep it up. Good job. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to take a look at how IXL solves it so that I can make sure that I'm doing it in... Yeah, so there. Okay. All right, cool beans. All right, so that's all you're doing. So you're writing the equation down, then choosing whichever way you like to solve it, and then solving it that way. Okay, so Tammy is a costume designer for the local theater company. Yesterday she sewed 3 female costumes. So as soon as I see a number, I start writing something down. So 3 female for F, okay? And 2 male costumes, so 2M plus 2M equals 68 yards of fabric. Okay. Today she sewed 5 female costumes, so 5 female costumes plus 2 male costumes, so 2M equals 108 yards. Okay, how many yards of each fabric does each costume require? Okay, so there's your equation. Again, because the numbers are the same, I can use elimination, but you can use whatever option you want. You can graph these, and wherever the intersection is your solution. So I can actually show you one of those. So to make M the subject, take this to the other side. So I'm going to look at this one. It's going to be 2M equals, and I'm going to keep the F first, negative 3F because it crossed the river, plus 68, divide by 2. okay? This one, take 5f to the other side, so it's gonna be 2m left here. This is gonna become negative 5f, and then plus the 108 divided by 2. Now this is what we're putting in our calculator. So you take your calculator, and for purposes, this is gonna be y, and this is gonna be x, okay? So you go y equals, first switch on the calculator, y equals, clear, clear, and we're just gonna plug this in. So remember, whenever we have a fraction, we're gonna put parentheses, use the negative, not the minus. So 3 divided by 2, close the parentheses because the fraction's over. F, which is what? X, plus, there's a fraction, so use parentheses, 68 divided by 2. All right, enter. And now do the second equation. So there's a fraction again, so parentheses, negative 5 divided by 2, close parentheses. F is x, remember, because we're trying to punch in the calculator, plus another fraction, so put that in parentheses, 108 divided by 2. Okay? Then you're going to hit graph. When it finishes graphing, remember we want to calculate the intersect, because wherever it intersects is my solution. So I'm going to go second, calculate, and I want 5 intersect. First curve, enter. Second curve, enter. Guess, yes. So I did an error. Let me go see what I plotted. Negative bear with me for 1 second. Okay, so I think the problem was my window wasn't big enough, so I just changed the window from negative 10 to 10 to negative 100 to 100. Second, calculate the intersect. Yes, yes, yes. Enter. Okay, so x, which is f. So f is 20, and y, which is m is 4. Okay, so f is 20. F is 20, and y is 4. Okay, so just real big, if it gives you an error, you just need to change your window. So I'm going to show you that again. So hit window. This is just saying when I look at it, I want to look at it this big. So I'm going to leave it this big because IXL's numbers are big. So if you ever get an error, come change your window. All right. I don't know which way you prefer to do it, but I'll just do it in the calculator for now. All right, write a system of equations for this situation. So you need to hire a stylist. You charge $168 for showing up plus $78 per hour. Okay, so Rachel charges $168 show up plus $78 for every hour. Okay, that's what that's saying. All right, Trisha charges $166 plus $79 an hour. So Trisha charges $166 plus $79 per hour. Okay. The photographer realizes that given the expected duration of a photo shoot, either stylist will cost her the same amount. What would the cost be and what would the duration be? Okay, so they're saying, so whether you go to Rachel or Trisha, the amount is the same. So this is the charge. So the total of whatever that will be, so let me call it T, is the same for both people. So they're asking you, what is the cost and how long does it last? Okay, so actually this is already put in y equals mx plus b form. So I'm just gonna punch this in the calculator actually. I'm just gonna write it. So this is your y and this is your x, okay? So plug this in the calculator. So I'm gonna go And I wonder if it has to be in order. I'm going to try and not put it in orders to see what happens. Like whether it has to be the one with the x first. 78x. Okay, this one's 166 plus 79x. Graph. All right, second, calculate 5 for the intersect. First curve, second curve, guess, yes. Intersection is x, which is hours. So hours is 2, and y, which is the total amount of dollars, is 324. So it doesn't have to be in order. That's kind of cool. All right, so the stylist would cost 324, and the number of hours would be 2. Hey. All right, so that's all we're doing over and over again. All right, so Pryor and her friend Vivian were knitting scarves for the homeless. Pryor had already completed 10 scarves and had committed to making 3 more scarves a day. So she had finished 10, plus she was gonna do 3 scarves a day. Okay, and this is who, what's her name? This is P. All right, then Vivian, who hasn't completed any scarves yet, has more free time and can make 8 scarves a day. So she hasn't done anything. 0 plus 8 scarves a day. Okay. At some point, Vivian will catch up and they'll both have completed the same number of scarves. How many scarves would each woman have finished? How long will it take? Okay, so we're saying at some point they're going to catch up, so the total is going to be the same. All right, so we don't need to know who's who. We just need to know how many scarves and the number of days. Okay, so again, this is easy because you just plug this one in the calculator because it's already looking like that. So y equals clear and clear, and because the order doesn't have to be the same, I can just type it in. So 10 plus 3s, which is x. So s is x and t is y. All right, so 3x, and then 0 plus 8x. Graph. Second, calculate. Second, calculate. 5 for intersect. First curve, second curve, guess, enter, enter, enter. Intersection x is 2, so s is 2 scarves. The total number of days is 16. So each woman has finished how many scarves? Is 2, and the total number of days is 16. Bam. Oh, why do I have the... I wrote it wrong. Aha. Aha. Isolate the variable. Okay, so I get the right thing, but I got the wrong meaning. So x is what? X is days and y is scarves. Let me read this question again because I just got it twisted. So my numbers are right. I got what is what twisted. All right, you make 10 scarves and it's committed 3 scarves a day. Oh, I'm tripping. This was 3 more scarves per 1 day. So this was supposed to be a day. That's what I did wrong. We have to read. All right, and Vivian, who hasn't completed 8 scarves, has more free time. 8 scarves per day, so 1 day. At some point, Vivian will catch up, and they would have completed the same number of scarves. They would have completed the same number of scarves. And that's why my numbers are mixed up. Okay, so please make sure that you're actually reading the question. So don't be like Miss Ainley, read. William and a workout partner lifting weights together, doing many sets of each exercise. On a certain exercise, women is doing 30-pound bar. All right, so 30 pounds. Increased in the amount of weight he lifts by 15 pounds on each set. So he increases, so plus 15, so he increases by 15 per set. So 30 pounds and increases per set. So I guess S, I don't know, equals. His partner Milo started using 35-pound bar, so he started on 31, and he was adding 14 pounds on every set. So he was adding 14 on every set. Eventually, they will be lifting the same amount, okay? And it'll take turns using the same barbell. How much weight will be lifted? How many sets will there be completed? Because I already have set here. This is going to be weight, okay? So again, I can just punch that one in the calculator because it's already y equals mx plus b. So y equals, and we have 30 plus 15. So this is going to be x, and this is going to be y. So x, and then on this one, clear, I'm going to have 31 plus 14x. Okay, so the set is x, y is weight. Graph. And then second, calculate. Oh, it hasn't finished graphing. Second, calculate. 5 for intersect. Enter, enter, enter. Intersect is x is 1, so set is 1, and y, which is weight, is 45. So set is 1, weight is 45. All right, so I'll be lifting 45 pounds after 1 set. Well done. All right, so this is just what we're doing over and over and over. Elaine is creating beaded jewelry to give her family and friends. For her family, she assembled 9 bracelets. Okay, so this is easy. 9 bracelets plus 2 necklaces, 2N, for a total of 526 beads. So equals 526 beads. For her friends, she assembled 4 and 1 necklace, 241. So 4 bracelets plus 1 necklace equals 241. Assuming she uses a consistent number of beads and bracelet every necklace, how many beads does she use it for each? Okay, so again, we can do elimination. We can sort this out to put it in a calculator, just whichever way is easier for you. For me, I think I'm just going to do elimination since it's already here. I'm going to make this number 2. To make it 2, I'm going to multiply everything here by 2. Okay, so I'm going to have 8b plus 2n equals 482. All I did is multiply everything by 2. As long as I do to everything, I'm fine. Okay, so that's cool. But now I need it to cancel. Like I need a positive and a negative. So what I'm going to do is multiply everything here by a negative. So I'm going to multiply everything there by a negative. So positive times negative is negative. That's going to become a negative. That's going to become a negative. Okay. I'm going to rewrite this so it doesn't look so crazy. So 9b plus 2n equals 526. And negative 8b minus 2n equals negative 482. And this is by elimination pretty much. So the reason I do that is because this is going to go away. Because 2 minus 2 is 0. And I have 9 minus 8 is 1b. And then 526 minus 482 is going to give me, hold on, all right, 44. So B is equal to 44. So she uses 44 beads for B, which is a bracelet. So 44. And then I just have to plug in 44 to find out what N is. So take the original one, I didn't change this one, so I'm going to put it in this one. So it's going to be 9 times, so it's going to be 9 times 44 plus 9 times 44 plus 2n equals 526. So 9 times 44, 9 times 44 is 396 plus 2n equals 526. Take the 396 to the side, it's going to become negative. That goes away, so you got a 2n equals 526 minus 396, which is 130. Divide by 2. N equals 130 divided by 2, which is 65. So 44 and 65. Okay, so sometimes I find a calculator is faster. Sometimes I find actually working it out is faster. It doesn't matter. Just pick whichever one you want. That's why it says any method. The biggest thing is just writing it down. That's now the big thing. All right, so write an equation. Sharon is looking for a job cutting hair. Option is self-employment, where she would pay $771 per month to rent a station and keep all her earnings. So she's going to pay $771 per 1 month. Okay, to rent a station and keep all her earnings. Another option is to work a franchise, where she would have to pay the salon $3 for every haircut. If she performed a certain number of haircuts every month, the amount paid to either salon would be the same. Okay, so whatever price she charges per number of haircuts, okay? She has to give $3 for every haircut. And that's all she has to give? Equals total. Alright, so she has to pay $771 to rent the salon, and she keeps all her earnings. It doesn't matter how much she cuts. So this is a total earnings, right? Here she has to pay $3 per haircut. Okay, so obviously this doesn't have that many variables. So if I just say she has to pay this much a month is her total. So I can put that in here. So now she has to give $3 per every haircut, but she has to end up totaling out $771. So she's going to divide that by 3. And that's going to be, each haircut is $257. That number seems really big. Let me put it in and see what it is, because, you know, maybe I'm wrong too. So number of haircuts is 257, and she has to pay $771 total. Oh, I guess it is right. Okay.